In this session, we will discuss about data sorting and some of the inbuilt functions. So I have this database over here having these fields as customer ID, customer name, address, age, number of days and room rent. So I have this question number 2, sort the database on names and then by address. So let us see how to go about solving this. For this, I will have to select the entire database. So as per this question, I am supposed to sort this database first on name and then on the address field. So upon selecting the database, I should click on the data tab and here I have this option for sorting. So sort by, first is name. So I have to select the customer name. Now the next thing is order. So either it should be in ascending or descending order. Now if it is mentioned in the question which order we are supposed to sort, that order is to be followed. If not, then any of the order can be assumed and can be sorted accordingly. So I use over here the default order, that is A to Z. So next is sort the database on names and then by address. So we have done this sorting on name, and the second part is then by address, for which I will have to add level and then I should say sort it by address. So here also default option I am using, that is A to Z and OK. So this will sort the database on name field and then by address field. The third question is compute the total room rent. So I have over here room rent, that is the room charges, for which I will have to compute the total. I type over here total. Giving labels is equally important because that will tell what exactly we are trying to compute over here. So I use a formula over here to compute the total. The function which I am using is equal to sum into bracket. I need to specify the entire range for computing the total, close the bracket, enter. This will compute the total for room charges. The next question is find the maximum age of customer, for which I use a function max. So I use this function is equal to max into bracket, select the range that will be under age field and it should give us the maximum age for the customer database. And the last question what we have over here is count the total number of customers. For counting the total number of customers, the function that we use is count. Now this counting can be done on any particular field. So if I take up this first field, that is a customer ID, for counting, I will have to use this function, that is equal to count A. Now simple count function I cannot use over here for this particular field. The reason is here the data what we have under this particular customer ID is in terms of C008, C006, which is a combination of characters and numbers. If the values were only in terms of numbers, then I could have used simple count function, but here there are some characters, so I have to use the count A function. So is equal to count A, select the entire range, close the bracket, enter. So this gives me the count of the number of customers.